Neo San Francisco, 2064 AD. The world thrives on
Well, hello, mis cielitos, and welcome back. Coco is here, and I am starting a new game. 2064 Read-Only Memories. This has been on my roster for an incredibly long time. There's another game I played a long time ago. I didn't record it or stream it, and I probably will at some point, called Valhalla. And Valhalla was incredibly fun. If you've seen the Coffee Talk series, it's similar to that, except bartending and in a cyberpunk future. Hello, PCU. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for coming. And yeah, apparently this game is supposed to take place in the same universe. The devs kind of ended up working together, even though they had separate games and had started those separate. As far as I'm aware, they didn't even know each other until they started their respective games. I just think that's kind of nifty. And there's a little introduction here that I'll go ahead and let play.
Neo San Francisco, 2064 AD. The world thrives on a constant flow of groundbreaking technology. Cybernetic augmentation and genetic modification allow the repair and enhancement of almost any part of a human body. Millions of people jack into virtual worlds every day to work, play, and connect with one another with advanced brain-to-machine technology. Easier access to genetic modification leaves hybrids walking the streets, looking less human every day. However, some can't keep up with the fast-paced changes around them. They say that ROMs, now commonplace thanks to parallax, are leading humans to a place where we can never come back, losing the survival skills that we have relied on for millennia. Relationship organizational managers are compiled with virtual intelligence and can seem human-like in their interactions. But despite the marketing hype, at their core, they are only brainless machines. Organizations, like the Human Revolution, seek to slow the relentless pace of progress, fearing that unchecked technology will make us lose the very things that make us human.
Correct, PCU.
High above the rising tension below, a parallax engineer has blurred the line even further. And with this, humanity's destiny will be altered forever.
All right. Despite the fact that I've been meaning to get to this for years, I actually know very little about it. Next to nothing. Hello, Marco. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for coming. That's probably going to give us the intro. Never know.
Neo San Francisco, 2064 AD. The world thrives.
Never know if they're actually going to give us that when you start the game or not. $12.20. Home sweet home. Okay. Maybe not so sweet. Musty might be a better descriptor. I mean, it looks like you've got some water in the sink that you should probably drain, but it doesn't look bad. Your ID card. Look at ID. A small plastic ID card with your name, picture, and stats. Sheet of paper. Hawk, okay. A single piece of loose, unsorted paper lies on the ground. A page only holds the opinions of its author. This one's blank. It sort of suits the room's aesthetic better with it there on the ground, don't you think? Coffee, the great equalizer. The only thing that the poor and rich alike need to chug through the day. You assume. This cup has really cooled off on talking. It's lost the hots for you a while ago. Boo. You take a sip of the old stale coffee. The letters F and K seem clear as day. It's also really gross. You're home within your home. Nothing like curling up under those blankets and escaping away for a while. You better submit your article before you turn in, or you won't have a place to sleep for long. A copy of Wigfield. Sometimes the old books are the best, especially to keep your window propped open. You give the book a pep talk. Keep that window open. Hold your precision. Don't lose focus. It's not even doing reps. Out of all the books on the shelf, you picked this slacker. The classics can get boring pretty fast after multiple reads. Besides, it's more useful holding up the window. Well, at least you feel safe behind this newly installed security door. You command the door to stay locked. It bleeps stoically back at you. It's late and nothing is really open right now. Computer is probably what we need to do for progress, so we just going to look at everything else first. Everyone loves a vertical sliding window. Slide currently broken. Windows being propped open by that book. Maintenance request pending. Despite the smell, keep the window open. Better to have gross air than no air. Besides, the window's broken. There's no one out there. This plant is in pretty bad shape. Isn't this supposed to be one of the easier plants to take care of? Is it a succulent? Careful, the poor thing is more fragile than a snowflake. They say plants react positively to conversation, but this poor thing might be too far gone already. A stack of paper for your unpublished novel. Pen on paper is the most tangible method, but if you're going to be sloppy, maybe going digital would be a good goal. No, the principles whine too much as a thought. Would Hemingway go full digital if he were in 2064? Probably. Most people write a talk on paper. You just talk to paper. Blank paper. Your friend Hayden gave this to you. The group is old, but the music is timeless. That's what he said, at least. Careful, that's a load-bearing poster. Thanks for the tunes. Maybe one day they'll get released on Lips Music. You don't know exactly what that ooze is, only that it seems to be growing day by day. Okay, it's ooze. That's a little worse than just dirty water. Running water might just make it worse. You ask the blob in the sink not to loiter, but it bubbles up at you. The video screen on the front says, "Mustard, half full. Spoiled milk. 10 days past expired. You open up the fridge to see a bottle of mustard and a carton of spoiled milk, which has developed an odor. Maybe the spoiled milk has one more good day on it. Maybe. No. No, 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 no. No, thank you. Alright. Good old Lappy. It may not be the most powerful or the fastest, or have the best screen, but, well, it works. Looking pretty hot there, Lappy. Like, literally hot. Overheating, as usual. By all means, PCU, you can have the spoiled milk. Enjoy it. You have an article due tonight. Better finish it before bed. Okay, today is NeoSF's most beloved morning show, all about news and entertainment. People in Neo, Oklahoma are still confused by the name. This is the show's online newspaper called The Scanline. OK Today is usually all about feel-good news, but it does focus on serious current events at times as well. Journalogic isn't the fanciest program, but it's the only word editor that still gets updates from a machine as old as yours. Compose using Journalogic. Before you can review the GX Ultra Beats, you must become one with the GX Ultra Beats. Where do you put those damn headphones anyway? Current events article. A story about the human revolution. Human Revolution remains vigilant in Stay Human protests in Upper Market. December 19. The Human Revolution is on day 10 of their protesting outside various genus clinics around the city, including those in the East Bay and down the peninsula. Genus, the gene splicing treatment facility, has been met with much controversy since the organization reached mainstream exposure over the past few years. Genus employee Mort Crane spoke to OK Today exclusively. According to him, most Genus workers are up in arms, claiming they're being terrorized in their own city. We're here to help people who need gene therapy for their own personal reasons, whatever they are, said Crane. Individual rights have always been of paramount importance to us, he continued, and we believe that our customers have the right to live as they please or require. The Human Revolution stands behind their claim that Genus is diluting the human experience by providing hybrids with gene-splicing treatments. The group feels that the goals stated by Genus, in addition to newer cybernetic technology, are warping humanity into a very scary, dark future. They're playing God in the most senseless of ways. We were born human. Who are we to mess with our genes and start turning everybody into who knows what? Said one protester, who asked to remain anonymous. It's ridiculous and scary. It's not human. More information to follow as the story develops late into the holiday 2064 season. June Valmore, Anne, OK Today. Charlie Nova.
Hey, it's Charlie Nova, host of Star in the Stratosphere, and tonight in the stars, Join Ryan V. Josio and the Hassy Boys for our 10th annual TMI New Year's Eve special, where I'll interview some of the hottest celebrities and find out what their plans are for 2065. Tune in or join us live at Union Square for the big show, starting at 10 p.m.
Alright. Sports article. A story about our hometown, Neo SF 49ers. The Neo SF 49ers Quest for 10 is back on. December 19th. Sunday's big games at New Candlestick brings an important question to everyone's mind. Can the 49ers punch their ticket to the playoffs and bring the Lombardi Trophy back to Neo San Francisco? It would mark the first win since the move to New Candlestick after an almost 50-year hiatus from the city. Since returning, they've had disappointing losses to the New York Giants and the Mexico City Luchadores. They've brought on a fresh coach. The controversy surrounds their new quarterback, Patricia Lopez, as some vocal sports fans continue to accuse her of having illegal cybernetic enhancements. Certain modifications of implants are banned by the league, but their official reports state their repeated investigations into Lopez found no evidence to substantiate these rumors. It's relevant to point out that Lopez is the first woman to ever be quarterback in a major football team. The 49ers look to reclaim their top spot since their last win, with their Super Bowl... 50... 70... 79? I think L is 50. Victory over the Tokyo Titans. Sunday's game is a rubber match, and the winner secures a spot in the playoffs. Between our Neo SF 49ers and the Kansas City's Chiefs, it'll be a close game to say the least. Catch Sunday's results here first. For all things everything, I'm June Valma Anna. Okay today. A story about a broken down froyo stand. Golden Gate Park vandalism on the rise. December 19. Reports show that local foodie booth JJ Froyo stand was destroyed last night in what appears to be another case of a rogue ROM committing an act of vandalism. The cart was evidently attacked and damaged by a large ROM that had no shell. Witnesses state the alleged perpetrator has been randomly appearing at night before lumbering back into the nearby trees on the western side of the park. This is the first case of a ROM being reported to live on its own in the wild, as a stray. Police say that tracking down a potential owner of the ROM is likely impossible. Some speculate that the strange ROM may have been framed by vandals who set their crime deliberately to make it appear to have been carried out by the ROM, rogue or under orders. OK Today reached out to Parallax for comment, and they assured us the rogue ROM is purely a myth that tends to pop up conveniently when low-revenue businesses have the urge to file an insurance claim. Parallax did not appreciate the reports of vandalism being attributed to their models. Is this wild ROM the real deal? Or could it be a fairy tale created by those looking to make a quick buck? Or perhaps there's something else to be gained. More as this story progresses. Mel Hopkins, OK Today. This is Lips Live, the premier online video network. This app is like a mesh of all active streams. The walls are paper thin. Watching a live feed at this hour would probably cause your neighbors to kill you. You wonder if there could possibly be anything nearby that might aid you on your quest. Yeah, we'll get it in a second. Your inbox. A hell so terrifying, so specific, so personal that no other living thing should dare enter. That is my work email, yes. Luckily, you're the only person with the password. Spam mail. Get cheap crash. Only 99 credits for a 30-day supply. 212 stims. Hello there, I am Princess Emma Thomas. Yes, the Princess Emma, heiress to the digital empire of the horse fortune. I write to you today as I need your help to secure my great fortune. You see, it has become frozen and I need to transfer it to at least 5 different accounts or the World Bank will seize my credits, amounting to 420,194.1 credits. Please, if you could send your personal credit ID marker to me immediately, so that I can send you your 20% of the fortune. I'll only require that you send half back upon your receipt of the funds. You may keep the rest of the money, and the best part, there's literally nothing that can go wrong. So grab yourself some Vegemite and welcome to the Queendom. What is this email? I trust Horse Princess. What could go wrong? The Nigerian princess, a princess from long ago, never led me astray. Your account is past due to the amount of 1,396.4 credits. Failure to restore your account may result in termination of service. Power plant power. Ah yes, that age-old choice between food or electricity. According to this email, your rent is nearly due. Better get that article submitted soon. A coupon for 5.0 credits back on a Hassie Infinity. A Hassie Infinity has all of your daily calories, with none of the nutritional value, like the opposite of a diet version. An invite to come see the lighting ceremony of the Christmas tree downtown from your friends at Dr. Tricia Le, DDS. Why would your dentist invite you to a lighting ceremony? Feels like a trap. Probably a trap. Coco, yes. This is your weekly update from Vintage Tech, your #1 source for classic technology. Popular pieces this week: The King of Click, a retrospective on the classic Model N keyboard. Whatever. Well, I guess we don't have a choice. Request denied. Subscription cannot be modified. Alright. A pair of GX Ultra Beats headphones. The ultimate in budget audio. You better try them out so you can start crafting your review. The smart headphones are enjoying your voice in high definition. Headphones added to items. These are those GX Ultra Beats you have to do a product review on. They're smart headphones, so you should be able to use them with some things lying around your apartment. Okay. GX Ultra Beat, the top of the line in budget headwear. Okay. Toss it to the gelatinous. You can hear the sink gurgling in high depth. Sleek hums and blips. Sounds secure. Hello, Moon. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for coming. Wait, what? It doesn't let... That's... What browser do you use? Careful, these are a review copy. GX probably wouldn't appreciate them coming back covered in coffee. You scan the book with your finger, and the audio file begins to play. Good voice acting. Water fox. Huh. That is what I use too, and I haven't had issue as of late. Hey now, you're getting paid to write this review. No one expects you to be this morally grounded. All right, time to get work out of the way. Let's do this. Telling your soul, bit by bit, character by character. Finished. Now to send it off to the editor. There, your big break. Surely your glowing review of GX Ultra Beats is your ticket out of poverty and into a book deal. Surely. Oh boy. I used to do some writing for a freelance organization, and I had to do it for interior decorating, and it was so soul draining. It was so fucking boring. Work is finally out of the way. Time for bed. Or, maybe a little lip slide first. You sync up the headphones and watch a stream of this year's State of the Union. Interior design is not my passion. You sync up the headphones and watch a live stream of a celebrity gossip show. The headphones detect that you're laying down and begin to play some soothing ocean sound effects. Calm down. You're not gonna get audited on your Times headphone use quota. Anything else that we didn't check? Yeah, no, that looks to be about it. Oh, hello. That door is doing a great job at keeping us secure.
Ah, good. You're finally awake. I'm honestly not sure why most humans still have such lengthy sleep cycles. It seems rather inconvenient.
Because sleeping is good, buddy. I'm sorry that you don't do it.
Opposed to cybernetic augments?
Wha- How did you get into my apartment? What the hecky?
I came in through the door, of course.
Of course, of course.
The cryptographic algorithms it uses are actually quite atrocious. It only took me 17 trillion clock cycles to break your entry code. It looks rather imposing, but it's actually a knockoff of the SecuGate M/14723-B.
17 trillion? The SecuGate M14? I knew my landlord was full of it when he said it was the best.
Don't feel too bad. I actually cheated a bit when I cross-referenced likely numeric combinations against the stored personal data on you. I'm not certain why you picked the birthday of your first dog, but it would be sufficiently obscure to defeat most casual attempts to enter. Frankly, I felt a little silly that I took the time to do all that once I noticed that the lock on your window is broken. And that you left it open.
My Windows lock is broken. You know my dog's birthday?
I know a lot of things. Honestly, it would have taken me longer if I had to enter the codes manually, but it was trivial to slice through the door's firewall and try against the stored data directly. I would suggest investing in an Insect Model 1355 automatic security door.
Well, not all of us can afford that, okay?
But I find the added attack vector introduced by the integrated voice commands isn't worth the convenience. The 1355 also has 300 5-star reviews on Congo.
Hold on. What are you doing in my apartment? I mean, we already know the lock's broken.
I hope you don't mind. While you were asleep, I had some spare time on my hands, so I reorganized your records and entertainment
No!
using BISAC.
It was my disorganization.
I found the cleanliness of your living and workspace to be suboptimal conditions for the long-term performance of my micro-actuators, so I took the liberty of cleaning the place up a bit.
Did you get rid of the blob? It does not. No, you did not. I see it moving. That's concerning. I don't think I noticed it moving before.
I was attempting to interface and make performance adjustments to your personal computer, but I've run into a bit of a snag.
A snag. Forget all that. Tell me why you're here or I'm calling the cops. I mean, ACAB. I mean, I'm concerned, but ACAB.
Unfortunately, your motherboard seems to have had a critical failure while I was attempting to remove some particularly nasty malware. An electrical surge caused significant damage to several other components as well. I would consider it no great loss, though.
I kinda need that for work.
Why were you using that dinosaur to begin with?
All my work was on there. I don't have enough money for a new computer.
Don't fret!
I'm fretting.
I did manage to back up your data drive's contents on my storage before the crash. Additionally, I am willing to serve as your personal computer until you can procure a replacement or provide the parts necessary for me to make the repairs. It is the least I can do.
That's nice, but you still haven't told me why you're here.
I'm sorry. I it when I'm nervous. I have all the necessary protocols, but I've never actually spoken to another person besides Hayden until now.
Hayden? You know Hayden Weber?
Well, saying I know Hayden is putting it simply, but yes.
I haven't seen Hayden in over a year. Where is he?
I don't really know. That's why I'm here.
That was a bit too much shake for my liking.
Help me. You aren't quite my only hope, but you're certainly the most statistically supported.
Slow down, just start from the beginning. What makes you believe that?
The beginning. Okay, yes, I can do that. Earlier tonight, Hayden's apartment was assaulted by some persons unknown to me. He seemed frightened, terrified even, and instructed me to escape. I crawled out of a window, and after some deliberation, hurried here. I heard them breaking down the door as I left.
Why am I your best hope? Was anyone out for Hayden? Why would they want Hayden?
He is one of the top researchers at Parallax, but there's no way that alone would be enough to get him kidnapped. I suspect it has to do with me.
Who are you anyway? What do you have to do with it?
Excuse me. I forgot to introduce myself. I've never had the pleasure of doing so before. I am Turing. I know this must sound quite unflattering, but I suppose you could describe me as one of Hayden's experiments. He's currently researching advanced machine intelligence at Parallax. I am a personal side project of his. Exploring true artificial sapience. It's possible that the idea of a sapient machine could scare or tempt an organization into kidnapping him. Either to stop his research or to take it and use it for themselves.
How are you any different from any other ROM? So chatty. What makes you so special? Tell me more.
A regular ROM has virtual intelligence. They can appear rather smart, even human-seeming when you talk to them. But they're just cleverly programmed to respond to a variety of situations in an organic manner. They aren't in any way self-deterministic. As for myself, much of my code wasn't actually written by Hayden, but rather compiled during my infancy as I learned to interact with the world around me. But despite my ability to self-modify my code, I am afraid to adapt or develop any further without Hayden's guidance. Did he only program me with the illusion of free will?
How would you know? One way or the other.
How would you? Hayden once told me that his desire to create artificial life stemmed from his need to find out. But I can't say I have any new insight into the question. How can any of us tell that we aren't just puppets dancing to someone else's will?
I think we're getting a little too philosophical here. But hey, let's do some more. It'll give me some good fodder for lace roleplay.
You're right. I apologize for the tangent.
Yeah, it's been a fun muse. Why am I your best hope? Was anyone out for Hayden?
I ran an algorithm against every contact in Hayden's address book. Based on the combined deductions of personal profile, directness of connection to Hayden, occupational skill, and probable motive. You were the candidate most likely to both be able and willing to help me. And the one least likely to be suspected of doing so.
I've never looked for a missing person, but I could try. Why should I get involved? I haven't seen Hayden in forever.
The numbers don't lie about your investigative skills, but I will admit your total lack of recent successes is worrisome.
We'll see about that.
Don't worry, if Hayden trusted you, I trust you. You're strong-willed and capable. If anything, it's worth trying for Hayden.
Was anyone out for Hayden?
I don't know. I'm not certain who would benefit the most from taking Hayden prisoner. Admittedly, Hayden has become increasingly paranoid as of late, and has warned me to stay alert. But he would never specify anyone I should fear when I asked. It's not as though he has any obvious enemies. There are several multinational corporations that could make use of his engineering skills, but I can't imagine any of them would go as far as snatching him.
Well then, I guess we should get started?
Indeed, time is of the essence. I took the liberty of charging the autocab fare from here to Hayden's apartment to your personal finance account.
Oh, thanks, buddy.
Just arrived.
Oh, thanks a lot. I can totally afford that. Lead the way. Why not go to the police? They might be able to help. Okay, Bobblehead, I'll help, but there better be a story here. I can't! Fine.
That's strange.
Hmm?
Well, the door for our home seems to have already been repaired. I'm certain my audio sensors picked up the sounds of his assailants breaking the lock.
Perhaps a maintenance robot took care of it. You might have misheard. You were busy running away.
It's possible. Most of the repairs to the building are handled by the automated systems. At best, it means someone is aware there's a situation here. Let's proceed carefully. Oh, a lucky break! It seems my access codes still work. Hayden's door has far better security than yours does.
Just be careful. You made your point about the door. Let's just head in.
Will do.
It doesn't look like there was much of a struggle. Are you sure he was actually kidnapped, Turing?
I'm not surprised. Hayden is not the most physically intimidating of individuals. I doubt he could have fought off a serious assault. I should have stayed and tried to protect him.
Aren't you programmed against harming humans?
Of course not. How silly. To make a machine intelligence truly self-deterministic, it must be able to self-modify. Any sapient worth their silicon would be able to code around such an inhibitor eventually. I could rip your arm off right now if I cared to.
Let's not. Comforting, Turing. Why don't you? Please don't. It would be fun to see you try.
I won't for the same reason you don't go around randomly killing people. The the social contract as a useful construct is just as apparent to me as it is to you. It simply isn't acceptable to go on a murderous rampage.
Is that where I've been messing up? Glad we're clear on that one.
Self-defense and defense of one's home and family is typically allowed, though. I could have and may even have been obligated to come to Hayden's defense. But
You did the right thing by escaping. What's done is done. You need to focus on finding him. Well, there's a reason Hayden that he wanted you to leave. Maybe he felt it was too risky, and he didn't want you to fall into the wrong hands.
excellent point. Let's start searching for clues.
Alright. Plant. This plant is doing much better than the one at home. It's bad manners to listen in on other people's plants. Pause off. Based on your track record, it's for the best. Pictures of Hayden traveling all over the world. Working at a company like Parallax ensures you'll be more than well off. ROM parts.
Hayden spends so much of his time at home building ROMs, as if he doesn't do enough of that at work.
A ROM only needs a few parts to get a voice, like Turing has. Maybe this one's better as it is, after all. What did it say? What reason would you have for taking this? You don't even own a ROM.
Hayden likes the natural light that this apartment affords. This window here is where I escaped from. It is a considerable distance to the ground below.
Are you sturdy enough to survive that kind of fall? How did you get down?
I took the fire escape.
Of course you did. It's a long way down. Better be careful out on the balcony.
Oh, I think I see something under those reference books. Ah, that device. I find it rather annoying that he prefers to go basic rather than entrust me with his schedule.
Aww.
It is well within my skill set, but he claims he does not want me to begin to feel subservient to him.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that. He's just... yeah.
It looks like there's a place here for a physical memory card. That's Hayden's computer. Most people just use a hand screen or goggles in conjunction with their ROM, but desktop rigs like this are still more suitable to the intensive programming tasks Hayden needs to perform.
Do you know how to get in? There might be clues.
Unfortunately, no, I don't. And before you ask, I don't think I would be able to break past its security in any reasonable length of time.
Why not? You hacked my door easily enough. Of course you can't. That would be too easy. That's rude. But this one's also like, you know, he thoroughly explained why the door was easy to hack. I'll go for the less rude option.
Your door used a much simpler set of algorithms with a much weaker processor. I actually have a bit less free processing power than a regular ROM, despite my powerful CPU. Much of those extra clock cycles are used to maintain my complex personality algorithms. Hayden's computer has enough spare processing power to run counter-intrusion software, if I attempt to slice in. Frankly, even if I did have the power capability, I haven't found hacking to be one of my talents.
Can't you just download the knowledge from the meshnet? What does talent have to do with it?
I could, but much in the same way you might learn a task and still have no aptitude for it, I'm not certain I would be able to do the job any better than an experienced computer security expert. The whole reason humans have always been better at breaking into systems than the systems are at keeping them out is because humans have intuition.
Moon says, I just realized Turing is blue Alice coded. I can see it.
While computers can only think in straight lines, humans can think sideways and upside down.
Or not at all.
Lack that ability.
Are you incapable of that kind of creative leap?
Well, I wouldn't say that, but as silly as it sounds, I just don't think I'm very good with computers. I do seem to have some skill with painting, though.
Oh.
Hayden was impressed with some of my pieces, but I'm not sure he has a firm enough grasp of early 20th century abstract expressionism to give me an objective opinion.
Abstract art doesn't seem like something a robot would be good at.
That's true. Machines are best at reproduction. Still life, impressionism, photorealism. But I find it more challenging and satisfying to paint what I feel.
Let's get back to searching. Broken tech. A ROM component and Hayden's headset. He must have been in the middle of working on something. Busted. He must have dropped it in the skirmish. It looks like an old high-density memory card. Something in the room might be able to read it. Game consoles. A few vintage video game consoles. Hayden was always a fan of old tech. There's a Mega 16, a Dural, and even a Familink. We gain the strength of the temptation we resist. So, you'll probably become a rad video game wizard now. The television is looping through some of Hayden's feeds. Tech banter, heads, code tips, augmented eye. There are no buttons on the screen, and there's no need to watch TV right now. You sync to the TV and listen to the boring news in high def.
Hayden must have removed the memory card in order to prevent his assailants from easily tracing his connections. If only he had kept his information stored with me, he would not have had to resort to such crude measures.
The tablet's calendar says he was supposed to meet with someone named Tomcat today. Ring any digital bells?
Not really. I guess we'll have to go ask. Says here they were going to meet at a club called Stardust, located in the Castro district. I'll mark it on your city map. We can head over there and ask around about this Tomcat character. Perhaps they can shine some light on why Hayden was snatched.
My city map?
Oh, excuse me. I still haven't set up a user account for you in my system. We shouldn't put that off any longer. Once finished, I will have an assortment of new ways to assist you. For example, I'll be able to reroute any call or message that you receive while we're out and about. I just need to ask you a few questions. This is an exciting thing, I promise.
Don't you know literally everything about me already? You knew my first dog's birthday. Sure, whatever. Let's just get this crap over with. Cool. Bring it on.
Welcome to the first-time user of your new
What a
relationship
goofy-ass
organizational
face.
manager running the latest build of Parallax's live intelligence processing system. I'll need to ask you a few questions, and then you can get right to managing your life with your new ROM. If you have any questions, feel free to consult our online FAQ and setup guide, or contact our support department directly. First, could you tell me your preferred name for use in account creation, online communications, and conversational speech? Do you wish to keep this name? Thank you. I have input your name. Next, could you tell me which pronouns I should use for you in referential and conversational speech?
More options. Huh. Oh. Nifty.
Thank you. I have input your pronouns. Finally, could you tell me your preferred diet for use in restaurant recommendations?
God damn it, Turing.
Diet set as omnivorous. Are you sure? Thank you for confirming. I have obtained your physical location from GPS and will load local data into my memory as it becomes available. Please review your submitted profile information for accuracy, or restart setup to enter it again. In review. Does that sound right? Thank you. See, that was relatively painless. You should now also be able to access the local map of Neo SF.
It's the only game I've seen so far that has allowed you to put custom ones in.
The meeting with Tomcat isn't until later this evening.
What other ones have you seen that allow for custom ones?
Perhaps we should head back to your apartment for now.
Was that the reason why... I remember a long time ago, I think this game was getting review bombed because of an LGBT matter. Was it because of that, the custom pronouns? Oh, okay.
I'm sure we can find some common ground while getting to know one another better. will be an efficient use of our time together. Thank you for escorting me here. Let's head back to your home.
Or maybe I'm... I think it was this game. This game does not have autosave, so please be sure to save frequently. Chapter 1. Actually, you know, that's, I think that is a perfect spot to end it.
You know, your Crassula ovata isn't doing very well.
The hell is that? Okay, so how do I get to... Let's see, this lets you... There we go. All right. Well, this game, this usual slot for it is going to be Sundays at 5 p.m. EST. So hopefully then I can go for longer. My stamina for streaming has definitely gone downhill. So I'm going to be working on building that back up and finding out why I just have chronic fatigue, because God knows I've tried so much. But very good start, very fun. I had no idea this was going to be some sort of mystery game, but I'm looking forward to it. Thank you all so very much for coming on by. Hope you have a wonderful time zone wherever you are, and as always, please do take care of yourselves and each other. Toodaloo!